Alrighty, yo, what is going on for Bias Performance DDG94 back with another reaction video. Today we're going to react to the worst NFL video game of all time. Without further ado, let's get right into it.
Recent Madden titles have been pretty bad to say the least, but I don't
What the
actually
hell?
think any Madden takes the cake as the absolute worst NFL game of all time. That title goes to NFL Tour.
Oh yeah, this game.
EA NFL game to get lower than a
Oh boy, this game right here, bruh. I remember I got this game from Blockbuster. I got this game from Blockbuster.
To this day, to this day, to this day.
Worst fucking football game I could have ever picked up. From Blockbuster, bro. This is another one of them games I put right back on the counter and told my mama, you can take it back. She started getting fed up with me at that point because she was looking at me like, okay, look, I'm not finna keep getting these games from Blockbuster and then you're not gonna play them. It's a bad game. What you want me to do? I'm not finna make sugar out of shit with this game. Ain't no fucking way I'm finna do that shit. You can have this.
50 overall critic score on Metacritic. After NFL Street 3 released as a disappointing follow-up to Street 2, EA decided to try something new with NFL Street 4 and renamed it to NFL Tour. This would be the first game in the NFL Street franchise to release on the, at the time, next-gen consoles,
This shit was
the
garbage.
Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3. Unfortunately, NFL Tour was a watered-down, bare-bones arcade.
Like, it looked fun from the commercials and the trailers. I was hyped for this game. I didn't hear nothing about this game because nobody had it. And the people that did have it, they didn't want to talk about it because I think they felt embarrassed to have this game knowing that it was trash. I think that's why I never heard about the game till now. Because the trailer used to look fire, bro. The commercials that they used to put out. I remember watching South Park when South Park new season came out. And they was, during the commercials, they would play the shit out of this fucking commercial for NFL Tour. And I was hyped. I was like, yo, I want to play that. And then I finally played it. Biggest fucking disappointment.
Arcade game that was shallower than any previous NFL Street title. The game was just boring, with very little to do, and what you could do wasn't very fun. It's easily the worst major NFL game to release ever, because even the worst Madden games have multiple game modes and things to do, even if it's not fun. NFL Tour has nothing to do, and there's nothing engaging about it. Despite running on more powerful hardware than ever before, NFL Tour was a shallower, worse game than previous titles. And where have we heard that before? Before we go any
Sponsor block for the win.
So why was this game so bad? Gameplay was awful. It may not look that bad visually, in fact the graphics look decent for the time, but playing the game isn't fun. There's a big lack of user control as most plays end in a long, uncontrollable animation, almost like a QuickTime event. It's 7-on-7 football, but unlike NFL Street, most of the
Shit
cool
is
moves
garbage,
and over-the-top
bro. Look
action
at this.
It's a more realistic approach, but that completely
This do not feel like an EA
Just
game.
play Madden 09, a game that released the same year if you're looking for something more realistic than NFL Street. Play selection is incredibly limited, and there is no punting or kicking, so the foot part of football no longer even applies. You can run up the walls a little, but not at all like you could in the Street games, and that's basically it for cool moves. Slants are pure cheese. And if you're playing
Bro,
someone abusing them, you will not be able
they
to stop
really
them.
put this game
The
out
doesn't
here.
offer enough defensive control. Most games are high-scoring shootouts with rare turnovers. In some modes, letting the opponent score in one play is actually a good strategy. In modes such as the first to 24, it's just faster than trying to get a stop, and since you got the ball first and will score every possession, why bother wasting time trying to get a stop? This game is boring. Remember the game breaker meter? The best part of NFL Street 1 and 2 where you charge up a meter and then activate your game breaker to completely destroy the other team? Yeah, that's not here. I think this game had too much NFL involvement. It's so generic compared to the older Street titles, and many have theorized that the NFL asked EA to tone the game down. This was the last game of its kind anyways, as NFL Street or NFL Tour has never returned. And NFL Tour just had no personality. The presentation is lifeless. You get Trey Wingo, who has a good voice to be fair, but he tries to do play-by-play and color commentary at the same time by himself, which is just awkward. The commentary is horrible. Sometimes you'll see fireworks go off, which I guess is kind of cool presentation, but they look like garbage. It's almost like the game is self-aware about how bad it is. Wingo will make jokes about how video game announcers like to repeat themselves, and then he will repeat that joke throughout the game. This game feels like EA's middle finger to anyone who's ever complained about Madden. Believe it or not, things could somehow be even worse, and NFL Tour is proof of that. The thing about recent Madden titles is that while they suck, they at least have a normal amount of game modes, and you can usually find at least a day or two's worth of fun with the game. NFL Tour will hold your attention for maybe an hour. Maybe. It's shallow, even when compared to modern Madden, the shallowest sports game out today. You have Exhibition, Online, 2 minigames, and Tour Mode. That is NFL Tour. The minigames suck ass, but Tour Mode is at least almost something? You get to create a player and pick a team, which is, that's crazy. And then you get to play other teams. It's like you took the career mode of NFL Street, took all the depth out, all the fun out, and repackaged it in the most boring possible way. To be fair, this game is pretty polished and doesn't have any noticeable glitches or bugs, which is nice. But there's just no reason to play this.
The gameplay is terrible,
bad,
though.
It killed the NFL Street series. And you could argue it foreshadowed the future of EA sports games. Worse versions of older titles with less depth than before. I have nothing else to say about this game because there is nothing left to discuss. As bad as Madden 24 is, at least that game had enough content for me to make a 35-minute review. NFL Tour makes Madden 24 look amazing, and Madden 24 sucks. If you're looking for a fun throwback NFL game, do not play NFL Tour.
Not at all.
It is
Not at
not a
all.
hidden gem. It's just bad. Play NFL
It's
Tour
hidden
2
for a
and
reason.
check out my recent retrospective on that actual good game. Because NFL Tour is a bore. Thanks for watching.
This game is hidden for a reason, y'all. Don't play this fucking game. This game will make. I don't know. You see the gameplay, right? Just don't. Just don't. Just don't. No. Please. Don't do it. Don't do it to yourself. I'm trying to help y'all out.
Hear me good, nigga. I'm here to double down. That shit is a 2-pack of ass. The fuck are you talking about? That shit stinks.